Back here on a Wednesday morning edition of Cooper Company Live. Thank y'all for getting to know. It is an honor right now. Don Simon, Simon's Jewelry, Hunts from Bob Wallace, right up the road from Old Tim's Cajun Kitchen.
Appearance.
Good morning, Don.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I gotta say this. You have become quite a legend in the last year or two. I mean, really, it's because your commercials, because of what you do, but you've kind of set the woods on fire in gold buying. Why is that?
I guess my advertising, and I keep my word. You know, there's only a certain amount of money you can pay for a commodity, but I pay all I can.
How did you get into evidently you got into the gold business at the right time when we were just talking about Roy a second ago with the price of gold escalating, people wanting to get rid of a lot of stuff they don't need, and you seem to be a fair and honest type person to deal with over there, and that's what you get across to folks. So how did you come about getting in the gold business?
Well, see, I was in retail for many years, and I did jewelry repair. In fact, I did jewelry repair in Huntsville for about 30 years. And started my first retail store about 12 years ago. And for anybody who's ever been a retailer's a tough way to go.
Yeah?
A lot of work.
And I moved to that corner, and I decided I was just going to buy gold and do jewelry repair. And that's how
I guess
got
the
started.
timing couldn't have been better for that.
It never happened again. You know, the timing was perfect.
You're right there on the corner of Bob Wallace and Jordan Lane. And that's a little block building
Gibson
right there next to the barbecue
right
place.
That's right.
Of course, you got to give your blood now to get inside with the security there, but I've heard people have had to come in there literally and stand around and wait to get waited on by you guys.
We wait on as many as 100 people a day.
Get out.
My.
Now, has the business diminished any in the last couple of months, or is it still going as strong as ever?
For me, it's still going as strong as ever. I have people drive from Athens, Florence, you know, Decatur, Fort Payne, Winchester, Tennessee. I didn't realize how far the TV would reach. I thought it was just in my living room.
You thought it was just in your neighborhood, right?
That's right.
How did you, there's your building right there, and you can't miss it. I mean, you get off the interstate, take a right there on Jordan Lane, and it's right up there at the first light on the left. Does it surprise you how well business has been for you guys at Simon Jewelry?
Oh, sometimes I just can't believe it. You know, if you'd have told me 4 years ago that I would be doing the volume of business that I'm doing now, I'd have laughed at you. You know, I'd accuse you of taking some hallucinogenic drugs or something.
Well, your commercials, you know, when you do the commercials, you kind of maybe look like you may be on hallucinate, you know, some hallucinate, I mean, the clown, the cowboy, whatever, but it works.
It makes people remember you. But
How much is an ounce of gold these days?
yesterday it closed at $16.80.
See, Roy, you're losing money.
How much was it when you started?
Yeah, how much was it when you started?
500.
500. So how does it work? I know you're holding a gold chain that Gloria wore in this morning, probably one of my ex-wives.
No, I bought that like in high school.
What are people bringing you? What do most people have at home that they need to bring you and let you buy it, appraise it, or however y'all work?
Well, the first thing is bring everything. Even if you think it's junk, there's people that bring things that they think are junk that are really quite valuable.
Just stuck in your jewelry box.
Just stuck in your jewelry box, things you've inherited you didn't think was gold. We had a lady the other day brought in the jewelry box, and she said, "I'm sure this is just all junk. I inherited it, but would you go through it?" And before she left there, she left with $3,500.
Get out.
Nice junk.
Isn't that time consuming on your part, though, to go through all this stuff that somebody might think is considered junk?
We get through it pretty fast because I look at a lot of it. Yeah. And I've looked at it so long, you know, I can just look over there and say, no, that's not gold. But we also buy silver, antique watches, flatware, teapots, anything to do with, and large diamonds. People are bringing me a lot of, you know, a variety of things across the board.
So not just gold, diamonds too.
I know there's several gold buying companies in Decatur, Athens, Florence, Huntsville, and those areas out there, but you seem to be the one that sticks out in everybody's mind.
Well, it's because the bozo, the clown. Which,
So you can say your commercial, whoever came up with that, I don't know if it's the guys at Fox or 48 or whatever, but it works for you.
Right.
And we appreciate you doing business with us now. What else do people need to know about Don Simon that they may not know what type of person you are to do business with?
Oh, just fair. You know, if you're a motivated seller, I'm a motivated buyer.
That's your slogan.
That's my slogan. Well, a good deal is when everybody wins. So you think about, you know, we've got it wrong in this country. A good deal supposedly is when somebody comes out with a long end of the stick. But now if I can make a living and make you happy, help you meet your goals, then we've all got a good deal. And that's the way it should be every time. And there's lots of times people will come in with something that's outside, you know, it's outside my capability. I don't have a market for it. They bring me things that I promise you I don't even know what it's worth. But I can send them to somebody who can help them. And people appreciate that. I'll send people to somebody who can help them better. They bring me everything from boxes of old comic books to baseball cards.
But you're
going to know somebody who's interested.
But I'll know somebody who's interested.
All right, what are your hours right there on that corner of Jordan Lane and Bob Wallace?
10 till 5:30, Monday through Friday, 10 till 2 on Saturday, which usually ends up to be 5.
And what's your slogan on Sunday? Because I know you ain't open on Sunday.
We worship, and I tell the wife and grandkids that I love them. Or that they love me.
Yeah. All right, what do you give me for the necklace we don't need anymore?
Well, without the benefit of a set of scales, that should bring between $300 and $400.
Oh, dang.
Well,
You say
dang.
1,000.
I guess I'll just wear it. But I mean, I'm sure a lot of people probably don't wear it.
So this is an early morning for you if you don't have to get there till 10 every day.
No, but I have to do all my other things get cranked up. You know, you got to do your banking and get things together.
So you would say you've been blessed with the gold business?
Yes.
What do you see? Let me ask you one last question. How do you foresee the next couple of years in the business you're in? Getting better, or is it going to start backing off because everybody sold everything they've had?
I think it'll start backing off some. I think it will slowly dwindle down.
But you were right. I mean, 5 years, you had it, man, you were just... maybe you need to get in the TV business after that, since you know how to do all these commercial stuff where people kind of remember them and stuff like that.
You know, I learned that. You know how I got that idea?
How?
Have you seen Ace Collins' commercial in We'll Pick You Up in the Duck?
Yeah, from years ago. Is he still doing the Pick You Up in the Duck?
Run every once in a while, you'll still see that same commercial.
Is he still up on North Parkway?
He's still, well, he's on
He used to be up next to
Jordan
Woody
Lane.
Anderson. Jordan Lane, yeah,
he's right
sure
next,
is.
right, yeah. And me and Ace are friends. And
he's still in the furniture business. Pick You Up in the Duck.
He came here in 1955 with $50 in his pocket and a rented car. You know, and he'll tell you the story. But he told me when I ran my first commercial, because I used to run it with a bald-headed fella, he said, you got to get some way of making them remember you, you're wasting your advertising.
I got to come up with something.
Memorable.
Let's see, I don't know. I need to do a hair, good-looking wife.
I was wondering if that hairdo,
Huh?
that hairdo is definitely memorable.
Don, thank you for doing business with us. Pleasure to have you up here. Hang on a second. We're going to take a break, come back. We'll talk to Johnny Lee down at Cross Point Church getting ready for Easter service. Don Simon right there on the corner. If you're a motivated seller, he's a motivated buyer. Right there at 10 o'clock this morning, Jordan Lane and Bob Wallace. Good to see you, Don. You do a great job. We'll take a break and be right back. Y'all hang on.